A complete training course in digitally captured signatures, Section 3, Software. Different software used, acquisition, decryption and analysis, encryption and certificates, description of available analysis software. Hello and thank you for joining us for this presentation. I am Nico Kalantzis, a Forensic Handwriting and Document Examiner at Hartularios Institute, and today we will be presenting a digitally captured signature application for iOS and specifically for the iPad Pro. The application is called Forensic Signalyzer, and it has been created by fellow Forensic Handwriting and Document Examiner Thomas Hecker from Germany. The application runs on iOS, and we have tested it with a first generation iPad Pro and a second generation iPad Pro, and it worked without issues. The Signalyzer is a very handy and easy to use application for the iPad Pro that allows us to collect DCS data. When we run the application, we create the new file that we want to store our information to. And as soon as that happens, we are led into this environment, and the white window is the window that represents the active area. So information will be captured within this white window. If we are not happy with the captured data, we can clear the data. Otherwise, we can just select to save it, and this will automatically save the data in the file name that we chose before. There's also a very first approach of analysis or visualization. So if we put crosshairs, we can see the positioning of the stylus, because that is a feature provided by the iPad Pro technology. And we can also visualize air movements. So as we can see here, along the collected points of the DCS, we can see a red line like a vector, a three-dimensional vector that accompanies its collection point. This refers to the orientation of the Apple Pencil during the execution of this digitally captured signature. The Apple Pencil, coupled with the iPad Pro, provides additional information as to the tilt and elevation parameters of the executed DCS, and the Signalyzer app has this capability by pressing the marks button on the bottom left. It gives us the capability to visualize this information. And I'm going to show you an example to make it more clear. So on the right, we can see the video with the execution of this weird shape, where we change dramatically the inclination, the tilt, and the elevation of the Apple Pencil. And we can follow how this is visualized and represented with red lines along the path, along the trajectory of the captured writing movement. So this gives us valuable insight into that aspect of the biometric data that is very difficult to visualize otherwise. Another point of interest that needs to be mentioned here, which is not specific to the Signalyzer app, but has to do with the technology used in the Apple iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil, has to do with inner movements. The Apple Pencil is not an EMR device, and therefore it cannot provide information of the tip coordinates and therefore its location without contact with the digitizer surface, meaning the iPad Pro surface. As a result of that, the information of where and how the Apple Pencil moves when not in contact is not available, in contrast to EMR solutions that we've seen in the previous sections. So this bit of information is represented with straight lines connecting through the point of last contact to the point of first contact of the following segment. So even though this is an option to visualize, it should not be included into the analysis, because that is not the trajectory that the pen tip followed during this gap of contact. And this is due to the technology used with the iPad Pro. Another important aspect of this application is where the collected biometric files are stored. These files are stored locally on the iPad, and we can access them by going to the Files application on my iPad, going to the folder created for the Signalyzer app, and selecting the specific signature we want to look at. So one of the files created is a visual file. The other one is a PDF file that we can open and access through the software. The third type of file is the SGA, which is the application file. And then we have two more additional files, two different types of CSV file. So the first one that we are going to mention is the importable CSV file. The importable CSV file follows the nomenclature of the Namirial FirmaCertaForensic ISO-compatible CSV file type, and therefore the produced importable CSV files from the Signalyzer app are straightforwardly importable to Namirial's FirmaCertaForensic. This is a fantastic feature for the interoperability of this application. This makes the iPad Pro compatible as a solution for handwriting and signature sample collection and subsequent analysis through Namirial's FCF solution. The other type of CSV file is a signature CSV file, and the signature CSV file includes the raw data captured from the iPad without any form of treatment. A major difference between this file type, CSV file type, and the importable CSV file type is the inclusion of the altitude angle and azimuth angle channels. So with this file type, we can maintain the spherical coordinate information that, if processed correctly, will give us information about the tilt, about the positioning of the Apple Pencil during the execution and the capturing of the motion. This information is not included in the importable CSV file type, because this information cannot be visualized through the FirmaCertaForensic software. So this is an additional piece of information that can be very useful. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. It is our laboratory's recommendation to use this software, as it is versatile and it is compatible with other software available like Namirial's FirmaCertaForensic. So samples collected from the iPad Pro can be used in conjunction with other DCS files collected from other media and so on, as well as for the fact that this application provides a very interesting visualization of the tilt and elevation of the writing stylus during the execution of the captured DCS. Thank you very much for joining us. Be sure to check out our Institute's webpage for other webinars and training courses available, as well as to subscribe to this channel for more DCS and forensic handwriting examination related content that we will be uploading. Thank you very much.